Hey everybody, it's Ron from Roller Rips, and I'm here with Larry.
Hey guys.
Okay, so we're trying something different. I'm at home in Nova Scotia. Larry is in New Brunswick. Larry's on Teams to my right while I do this rip, just so I have some extra color commentary while I do all of this. All right, so today, go ahead, Larry.
I'll try to be just as good as Buck Martinez.
Oh, yes, there we go. He knows how much I love Buck Martinez. We're doing 1993 Pinnacle Baseball. My wife Deb got me 10 packs for $15 at an auction, which I was thrilled about because, again, $1.50 a pack. Now, of course, it's 15% tax and 12% buyer fee, so it's probably about $19 when we're all said and done, but still, $1.90 a pack. In Pinnacle, there is a Derek Jeter rookie card in here that if you get it graded to PSA 10, it is worth $700. So we are Derek Jeter hunting today. We'll see.
Yeah, I saw Derek Jeter at an Arby's there in Waskaganish, Quebec. And yeah, he ordered extra cheese on his roast beef.
So here we go with the first pack. There are also some other cards in here that are pretty good too. All right, so the first, I'm going to try and stay centered. I'm doing the portrait over landscape only because I left my stand at work. So we got Ivan Calderon, Milt Kuehler, Ricky Jordan, Mark McLemore, Otis Nixon, Roberto Alomar, Craig Biggio. Yeah, Craig Biggio. Ken Herbick. Chris Sabo. Tim Raines. Nice. In a White Sox uniform. Not as a Montreal Expo. Bernard Gilkey and Moises Alou. Rob Deere. All right. Good first pack. Some of the other big hits in here, I guess number 2 in these packs, and look how brittle they are. They're opening pretty much on their own. Number 2 would be a Ken Griffey Jr. card in here, and tied with that would be, I think, a Nolan Ryan card as well. Ooh, they're a little sticky. That's never good. All right, Pedro Martinez.
Sometimes good.
Pedro Martinez, Hall of Famer right there. All right, I'm going to set some of these down because I got to give them a little, you got to give them a little bend every now and again just to separate them, right? All right. What's that? Trial check. Dan Wilson. Paul Miller. Blaze Minor. All right. Do the same thing with these. Give them a little bit of a bend, right? Will Cordero. Steve Cook. Willie Green. Gerald Williams. Oh, I'm going to bring these ones forward because they're already separated. Don Hulse. Henry Mercedes. Jared Williams. Let's see if I can get these last 4 separated. There we go. Shane Reynolds. Will Cordero again. And Paul Wagner. All right, nothing spectacular in that pack. I was happy to see.
Interesting story about Paul Wagner. I used to babysit his dog there back in the early
80s. I don't believe that, all right? Do not believe anything Larry's saying.
I'm trying to be Buck Martinez.
We're trying to do something good here, and Larry's turning it into something bad. So here we go. Pedro Martinez again. Kevin Moss. Orlando Mercedes. Sammy Sosa. Eddie Trobensi. Darren Jackson. Chris James. Jimmy Key. Rob Dibble. Darren Dalton. Is that... No, never mind. I was reverse. Dalton's dad. Okay, there you go. Dad. That's right. Mark Kubica and Travis Fryman. All right, so nothing spectacular in that pack either, other than starting with the Pedro Martinez Hall of Famer. So, all right, next pack. Man, when I picked these up, they had an elastic around all 10 packs. I hate that. I told her, I said, do not put elastics around cards. Oh my God, what a great way to damage the edges. All right. Rene Gonzalez, Ken Ryan, Jonathan Hurst, William Suero, John Jaha, Tino Martinez, Jim Gardner, Tim Pugh, Bob Wickman, Raphael Bornegal, Paul Miller, Steve Buechel, Kevin McReynolds, and Jeff Kent. You know, I wonder, like, maybe these packs weren't, like, they all look kind of open. You know what I mean? Like, I'm kind of curious. Like, was it just, because it said sealed, and these don't look very sealed to me. So, all right. Mariano Duncan, Mike Moore, Tom Marsh, Dante Bichette. There we go. Sean Barton, Bob Ayroult, Dave Hansen, Dan Walters, Trevor Wilson, Scooter Tucker, Mike Lavalier, Chuck Finley, Damian Easley, and John Jaha. Like I said, they look open. I don't know. Like I said, I'm glad. Okay, this one, yeah, even this. Look, take a look, Lair. Like they got these little. Yeah. It looks like they might have been opened and put back in. In which case, maybe $15 wasn't a great deal. Willie McGee. Ooh, Randy Johnson. There's a good one. Ken Caminiti, Dave Nielsen, Travis Fryman, Mark Kubica, Robin Yount, another Hall of Famer. That's a good one. Kurt Munwarning, Devin White, Stan Belinda, Reggie Sanders, Derek Parks, and Dan Wilson. So 6 packs in. I haven't hit any of the top 10 cards. I did mention that Jeter, Griffey, Ryan. We're also looking for Mike Piazza, Cal Ripken, Don Mattingly, Ricky Henderson, Tony Gwynn, Frank Thomas, and Kirby Puckett.
But if these are open, then chances are...
Exactly what I was thinking.
They'll find those cards.
So Sammy Sosa, Eddie Topensi, Ray Langford, Rick Wilkins, Sid Beam, Eddie Zatsky.
Oh, you're cutting out on me.
Oh. Sandy Alomar Jr., Dave Hansen, Manny Alexander. I just got so here's an interesting one. When you get 2 Sandy Alomar Jr.'s in the same pack, yeah, what was in here that they took out and put in another Sandy Alomar Jr., right?
Yeah.
Ruben Sierra, Todd Zeal, Rafael Palmeiro, and Manny Alexander. Yeah, I think I might have got taken on this one. These said 10 sealed packs, and not one of them is sealed. So,
where did you get those from?
It was from an auction and just something, you know, my wife found, and she's like, oh, 10 sealed packs. These are definitely not sealed. This one even feels light. Like they're...
I'd call them out on it, too, if I were you.
Yeah. Brian Thompson. Hey, we hit Frank Thomas. So, Frank Thomas, the big unit. Now, if this is to get graded to a PSA 10, it would be worth $75. So, we will set Frank Thomas aside as the big hit. Ryan Sandberg. Is that a Ryan Sandberg rookie? What year did Ryan Sandberg come into? No, he played in 92 as well. Eric Karros, Carlos Boerga, Brett Boone, Cal Ripken Jr., another hit. That's good. The Cal Ripken one, if we were to get a PSA 10, would be worth $100. All right.
Nice.
Dave Fleming and Pat Mustache. Now, can we get the Jeter? That's the thing we're looking for right now.
That's the one you're not going to find, because that's the one that somebody was looking for.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I will say that there's another. I'm watching another one right now that has 15 packs of this, but they all look kind of opened. And right now, those 15 packs are sitting at $5.50, and it expires in 5 days. So I may be showing you another rip where I've got a few more of these. All right. Jack McDowell, Mike Bordrick, Dennis Eckersley. That's a good card. Tom Gordon, Jeff Bagwell, Lance Johnson, John Smoltz. What year is that for John Smoltz? Geez, this is the second-year card for Smoltz, too. That's cool. Randy Milligan, Scott Erickson, Kevin Gross, Phil Clark, and Mike Butcher. All right.
Funny thing about Mike Butcher, he once flew on an airplane.
Okay. All right. You are just like Buck Martinez. Wow, that is great. Excellent color commentary, Larry. I couldn't have done that myself. So, all right. So this was an experiment. This may never happen again, just so you know. It's like, but here, like, this pack feels thicker. Like, there were a couple of packs I took out, and honestly, it felt like there were 2 or 3 cards missing. So, yeah. All right. So this one, we've got Andy Bennis, Kenny Lofton, Lenny Dykstra, Dennis Martinez in a Montreal Expos pitcher, Luis Polonia, Mark Grace. Hey, Don Mattingly, he's one of the hits we were looking for. Again, if I were to get this graded to a PSA 10, that would be a $100 card.
Nice.
Robin Ventura, Ivan Rodriguez, Barry Larkin, Eddie Murray. Always think of Eddie Murray as Oriole, but yet this was his second year playing for the Mets. So, and
not to be mistaken with Eddie Murphy, who's a horrible baseball player.
That's right. Actually, I got 2 Eddie Murray cards in this pack. So, again, there you go. Bob Tewksbury and Edgar Martinez is the last card. So, nice. Of the 10 cards that we had, that we were hunting for, we got 3 of them, which is nice. I mean, like I said, if I can get these things graded and they come back with a great grade, again, you'd need a 10. We got the Cal Ripken, the Frank Thomas, and the Donnie Baseball, Don Mattingly. So, would this get a 10? Probably not. You can see the whiting on the edges here. It doesn't look like it would grade a 10, right? But still a nice card, right? Even a 9 would probably come back at maybe half that, maybe $50, right? So might be worth trying to get these 3 graded. The centering looks pretty good. So yeah, like I said, I was glad I could bring Larry along for this one. Larry, you got any final words?
No more color commentary from Buck Martinez.
That's
here,
right. So just to let everybody know, and just to give you a quick show, I do have our, Roller 5452 on eBay. We've got a bunch of cards up right now. Take a look, right? I know Larry's posted a couple. He's got, really nice, who was it that you put up there? The Curtis Mead Auto, the red. That was beautiful, right? That's right there. The Roberto Clemente and the LeBron from my videos up there. So we've started posting our cards up. Have a look. Hope everybody enjoyed the video, and we will see you soon. Thanks, everyone.
Take care.